Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of November, I want to say November the 19th through the 2nd of December, 2024. This is a reading if you are Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, or have another significant Aries placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. You can book readings with me. You can astrological charts, life path readings, channeling, spiritual coaching. I offer a lot of different services. And if you want to learn about me and my background, please check the link in the description box below. And you can also follow me on social media if you want to follow my daily live streams or just want to check out the content that I offer there. I also give update on workshops and other things that I'm offering as well. I have some water today because I have a bit of a cough. So I'm going to do your reading, Aries. As always, I use the Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche, and our extra deck today is going to be the Egyptian Tarot. And our extra deck is going to be, which I haven't taken out of his box yet, is the Between Worlds Oracle. Is going to be our final kind of summary card. And normally I will have, what I've been doing is trying to do both sets of cards laid out at the same time. But today I feel like I want to start with Cartouche, and then we're going to lay these over as we go to try to understand things. I want to kind of get an overview first. It's been certainly, as I've been saying in all the readings, this has definitely been an intense astrological month. And so I'm trying to get a sense here of kind of where you're at initially before I finish doing these. Now, one thing that immediately jumps out to me, there seems to be some worry here. We've got something in the 6th house here. Possibly even some illness that may be connected to stress. When I see Seth here in the 6th house, Seth always indicates some kind of a struggle or difficulty, although Lotus indicate, the second card that I pull with it will tell me something about how that will be resolved. And here, the Lotus card seems to indicate something to do with calming the mind. So I don't know. I feel like there's something that you need to not worry about. That being this is Virgo, the house of worry, it does seem like worry seems to be a kind of key thing here. Seems to be something secret going on with finances, which is interesting. You may have multiple things going on right now. And perhaps some shifts and changes with a relationship, possibly even travel in connection with a love affair or a relationship. Excuse me. Yeah, like I said, I have this little cough that just started as soon as I decided to start doing readings. But it does seem like that you're putting a lot of work into something, Aries. But there is some kind of, it's interesting, you've got Wing Disc and Scarab in house 8th and 12th houses. So there's clearly a big transformation going on here. You are about to make a really big change. So, and actually, if there's been any difficulties, it does seem like you are ready to overcome these. We did have a lot of readings last week where people had a kind of, I feel like people were feeling very, like there was a lot of sense of distress and despair and, questioning one's identity, questioning where people were going to go in life. And I don't know, I do 6 weeks on, 6 signs on, 6 signs off every other week. I'm not sure how the feelings of the first half of November were really affecting you at that point. I can't quite remember how that fit in. But right now, what I'm looking at, it definitely seems like you are on a more solid footing if you haven't been. We do have Osiris with the 3 of Pentacles right at the beginning. So this is about you being recognized, okay? 3 of Pentacles says, let me just get some water here. 3 of Pentacles says that you are being recognized for your work. And Osiris indicates having good judgment and leadership. Now, Aries, I think as a sign, you are naturally very active, I'm going to say aggressive. I don't mean it in a negative way, more like ambitious. And you are somebody who tends to be a go-getter and a person of action. And that's definitely coming forward here. These traits of your sign. This indicates that you have good judgment that you can rely upon. And yeah, again, this is the idea of being at sort of at the beginning of recognition. Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles shows something in its early stages, but nonetheless, this is like an emerging identity. And there may be things about collaborations with others too, when we have this this Three of Pentacles, because Three of Pentacles has a lot not only to do with us being recognized for our work, but perhaps expanding the work that we are doing with others. So yeah, you are definitely in this mode of trying to build out and trying to expand what it is that you have. Now, on the opposite side, in the 7th house, which is your house of relationship, and normally I like to read these at the end, but I'm going to start with them today. I feel like doing that. We have the Hangman with water, okay? Now, the Hangman card indicates needing to take a broader perspective on something. And water could literally have to do with somebody traveling, or it could have to do with just a going with the flow or a change in feeling. So it does seem like there's some kind of significant relationship where there is some kind of a flow. I feel like something has been stuck. When we had the Hanged Man, oftentimes usually it's an attitude that we have. But this is the idea of moving and moving forward and getting unstuck from something. Now, if I look down at your 5th house, which has to do with love affairs. So I guess if you are single and looking for love, this would be for you first. And then I'll talk a little bit about people who are already married or in significant relationships. Also understand 7th house can sometimes have to do with business partnerships and contractual relationships and things like that too. So it doesn't always have to be a marriage, but or a long-term commitment. But I think this is interesting that you have the Queen of Pentacles with Anubis down in your 5th house here. So Queen of Pentacles with Anubis, Queen of Pentacles is strong energy of Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So perhaps there is somebody with one of those signs who is in your sphere of interest right now. But with Anubis, I feel like you might be protecting yourself from this person to some degree. This usually comes up when you're being very friendly to somebody, but kind of maintaining a boundary. Like for some reason, there's a reason you want to feel safe and secure, and the Queen of Pentacles does that. I don't know. I feel like the shift and change, though, in fact, yeah, okay, what I'm kind of getting here is that maybe you're worried about whether or not the person you are interested in, if you are looking for love, that the person you have on your mind, whether or not this person is somebody you can be safe and secure with. There's something here. There's a strong vibe here of somebody who you want to make a home with, or somebody who you just want to feel cozy and familiar with, perhaps financially solid. There's a whole lot of that here with this Queen of Pentacles. And Anubis, but I don't know. You want to feel safe and protected in your relationships. This may also relate, for those of you who are already married, to something having to do with your children, and it can also have to do with, if you have children, and it can also have to do with creative projects of some kind, that perhaps there is, I don't know, there could be a strong female who is influencing a situation here. But generally speaking, there's this sense of protection. I'm feeling like the 5th and 7th house do go together here for most of you. And there's this idea that, I don't know, this need for protection here, or this need for security, it's telling you to take a bigger perspective. I have a feeling like you need to change something about the way you're looking at a person or situation. There's also a sense that this person may be traveling, either you traveling to them or vice versa. But there definitely seems to be this kind of a thing. And I don't know, maybe we're looking at somebody who's at a distance from you, and perhaps what you feel is that, you're not going to feel secure unless you know that person is going to be, in your actual sphere. But this is telling you to look at the bigger picture, because I feel like there may be something you're missing here, something that's blocking you, or that you're blocking yourself. And you really, there's definitely a need to kind of look at things, look at the bigger picture on something. Take the broader view. And yeah, it definitely seems like there's going to be movement and change. If this has been a relationship situation that's been stagnant, or where there's just not been any movement, this definitely feels to me like you're going to, I think you're going to have that feeling of safety and protection that's going to enable you to, make the sacrifice that Hangman calls for. It usually requires that we have to change something to break an impasse of some kind. And seeing that with the 3 of Pentacles, this is where I started from, across from here. This just seems to indicate to me that you maybe have been more on your own, and Aries definitely is a sign of, can be, depending on its placement, particularly 12th house placements of Aries, can be something where you're somebody who prefers to be independent and to do things in your own way and on your own. And this seems to be more idea of like, now I'm willing to branch out and think about being with others and working with others. So if you've kind of been on your own, Aries, I feel like this is you're getting ready to branch out. Now, when we pointed out our difficulty here over in the 6th house, our card that we have with this is the Queen of Wands. Okay, now this is interesting because now we have another queen. We have Queen of Pentacles here, and we have the Queen of Wands. So again, whether this is a specific person, whether this represents you, again, it could depend, but Queen of Wands is definitely somebody with very, very strong ambition. Okay, somebody who is determined to get their way and get what they want. I don't know why, I feel like, for some of you at least, if there's somebody you're interested in, I feel like this might be the same person. That's kind of what I'm getting in my head. Like there might be a worry here, something that actually does make you worry, maybe even like keeps you up at night or gives you an upset stomach. I mean, I don't know. There's something that there's a worry here. And really, the Queen of Wands is somebody, it's like this very, very powerful feminine energy. It is the energy that is determined to get what it wants. It's an energy that comes across as very, very independent, very ambitious. And I feel like perhaps you, I don't know, I'm feeling like in a relationship situation, you want somebody who's more like this. But you may have somebody, there may be somebody who you might be worried about their passion or about their fire and about whether or not they're too fiery for you. You know what I mean? Which is kind of interesting because you're an Aries, but Aries sometimes doesn't like competition in that realm. You know, it's like you're going to be the fiery one, you know, you would rather the other one maybe be not so fiery. But I don't know. I think that's also why you're being told to take a broader perspective. I have a feeling you're just, you're worrying yourself about something that you don't need to worry about. Like there's an impasse here, though. I feel like these, I don't know why. Normally, I don't think of the 6th house as having to do with relationships. But I feel like this is, I think that this worry or concern is a bridge between these two things. I feel like one explains the other. So I don't know. For somebody here, there seems to be very much a concern about the power or the ambition of somebody. Now, it's also possible that this could be somebody who you work with, maybe somebody who is, I don't know what the word is, that's somebody who just feels like they are maybe a competitive or a go-getter or something, and I don't know, maybe there's something that person's doing that could be alarming to you, but this is just saying not to worry about it. I feel like there is an awful lot going on around people's feelings right now, where people are, I don't know. There's a lot of strong emotion around people and situations right now, but I don't know. I don't particularly see that affecting you. I feel like this is about this specific person. Like if you were in love with someone, Aries, you're like, I feel like I'm hearing like, I want somebody who's not, like you may be translating this person as somebody who's going to be unfaithful to you, right? Because if we have Pentacles, this is somebody who's going to make a home for you. And it's interesting because you've got in your home sector, you've got Ankh with the 4 of Wands. So there's almost an implication of a love relationship that could be marriage, or could be a marriage, or could be settling. You could be settling down with someone. So, because 4 of Wands, again, just kind of like the 3 of Pentacles, I feel like there's a gateway element to it. This is like you being at a place where you're satisfied with where you're at, where you've achieved something, and now it's like, this is something that you want to bring in. Like this is the next gate that you're passing through with the 4 of Wands. And this passing through, I mean, this card has the scarab on it, and the scarab always represents new beginnings. So I feel like you are moving through to something new here, and love seems to be a part of it. I feel like, Aries, when I'm thinking back to your readings that I've been doing over the last year, I feel like there has been like an opportunity for like the right thing for you love-wise. Again, this is assuming somebody is unmarried at this point. If you are married, this could have to do with, I don't know, renewing the spark in your relationship, or getting having a closer family life or something. I mean, that can all be part of it as well. But I can't help but to feel that you are, I don't know, it's like I feel like you're getting to a point where you're ready to let love into your life. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like some of you have kind of blocked it out. But you want to feel safe in whatever it is. Like you're ready for something like this. Is what I feel like for some of you. Now, the other possibility here is this can also represent family harmony and things like that. I mean, that might apply for some of you, or an achievement of something even within your home. Okay, something that you've finished working on an addition on your house, or I don't know. There may be something connected to your physical home here that is very, very satisfying to you as well. So take it as it resonates, but I don't know why I'm feeling like these go together. That may be just a very specific reading for somebody who's watching this. So let's go back to your house of finances, which is Taurus energy. That's the 2nd house. This is also about your values. And yeah, as I mentioned, Sphinx, there could be something that you're not sharing with other people. There's something secret regarding money here. And the Two of Pentacles seems to indicate you've been a real kind of very busy person here. This is like keeping a lot of plates spinning. So I feel like you are doing multiple things right now, and some of them I feel like you're not talking about. But all of these have to do with finances, and well, they certainly has to do with something that's going to increase the flow of your finances. I feel like these are good omens in terms of money. But as for right now, I feel like it's like this, you're doing a lot of work. If I look up here at your 10th house, which is your house of career, yeah, Isis, there's something for which you feel like you're being patient, like you're patiently waiting to do something or to finish something. And I feel like whatever this is with Isis energy here, this is kind of your baby. This is something that you care very much about. But with the Four of Pentacles, again, there may be this sense of kind of hanging on to not making any changes right now. It's like staying put, staying where you are. And this may well be because you're very busy right now. But I feel like there's a sense of whatever you're working on. I mean, Isis has an element of the High Priestess. So yeah, this definitely feels like you're kind of, I don't know, working behind the scenes on something in your career, and something that is keeping you very busy. But also seems to stand to provide financial gain. There may even be, though, some kind of an investment of money. That could also be the Two of Pentacles. There could be, juggling things financially right now, because this often indicates kind of staying put financially as well. But there's the idea that the sacrifices that you make will actually end up yielding more results. You're better off not staying where you are. You're better off moving ahead and making that change. I think it's interesting that you've got fours in your houses that are, these are what they call the mother, the father and the mother houses. This has to do with like Capricorn energy, how you're seen in the world. This is Cancer energy. This is, your home and environment. So yeah, in both of these, fours have a sense of stability. I think you are working towards stability, and I feel like, you're not making a big move until you have it. But what's interesting is I'm looking at your 11th house here of what you're trying to manifest. We have Nephthys here, so yeah, there's something here that has not manifested yet. Or, again, there's this idea of a hope or a wish that is Nephthys either not being shown or something you're not being obvious about. I feel like you may not be, this is about friendships too, so I feel like you may be withdrawn. This is a card of somebody who's more shy or withdrawn, or somebody who just doesn't reveal their feelings, okay? So there's a certain sense of this, but you've got the Ace of Swords here, so I feel like there's going to be a sudden, unexpected message that's coming in. Like there's something here, maybe something that's going to happen in the next month, because I'm seeing a lot of 4 weeks. Like I think of Ace of Swords as a period of 1 month. So I feel like there's something here that's about to open up. There's something I'm seeing here about you. I feel like you're ready to open yourself up a little more. I feel like you're ready to, there's just some, I feel like there's some kind of an attitude or some kind of a fear about someone or something. Maybe you have a fear of being overpowered by another person or something. And I don't know. I don't think you have anything to worry about here. And it seems like, I feel like what's going to precipitate the movement here is going to be this powerful new beginning. Aces bring messages, and this is unexpected and powerful clarity on something, okay? So I feel like that's going to be coming in for you, and that's going to, I mean, Nephthys seems to indicate still something not happening quite yet, but there's powerful change ahead. Okay, there's definitely powerful change. Let's look at your 9th house of expansion, Sagittarius. And we have the Page of Wands with Ta. Okay, so there's something you're doing here to expand your horizons, some kind of work. When we have Ta here, this is Capricorn energy, so this is the hard work that you're doing for something. Now, this could be something that has to do with a long trip, okay? It's quite possible. Somebody could be building a home or building a life that's connected to something far away, that is far away. It could have to do with getting more education. It could be expanding spiritual life, although Capricorn tends to be pretty solid, traditional, and practical in its inflection. It is very strong masculine energy here. But with the Page of Wands, this is the idea that there's new ideas coming in, like trying to build something, trying to build on a new idea. This can also be about legal matters. So some of you, what you may be waiting on may be something legal in nature. But you have some kind of a powerful new idea that you're enthusiastic about, and you're putting the work in to get this out. There's a lot of energy here about you kind of breaking out, Aries, and getting out into the public eye, so to speak, or getting something that's been hidden in front of people in some way. And yeah, and I don't know, maybe because you're working hard on something here, that may be part of this impasse in relationship here too. But I feel like, yeah, this just interests me. I don't know. I just feel like this is a person who you almost feel maybe too intense for you or something. But if this is saying, well, don't worry about it, they're not. In fact, I kind of feel like you are the type of person, Aries, that needs somebody who can, like, I think you have an intensity of your own, and I think you need somebody who matches it to some degree. I don't think you want somebody who's going to be completely and totally passive or docile or wanting or dependent. You know what I mean? The Queen of Wands is the opposite of all of that. So anyway, yeah, let's move past that. Let's go on to your house of change. And this is the 8th house of transformation. So birth, death, transformation, joint finances, things like that. Okay, so you have the Devil card here right now. So yeah, there's this, it's really interesting. It's like you're just about there. You're breaking out. You're ready. You've got new ideas. You're ready to collaborate with people. You've got a lot of plates spinning right now. But for some reason, there's something that's keeping you stuck in place. Okay, the Devil has to do with those things where we feel we're chained in a way, like we can't make a change of a certain kind. But the winged disc says you are going to overcome this. Yeah, whatever this is that's been, whatever chains have been holding you in place, figuratively speaking, I think you are going to start breaking away from them now, because this has to do with breaking free of something, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of this kind of powerfully breaking out of an impasse here. Let me go down to the 3rd house, which is your house of communication, and also of, if you're in your own business, this is commerce and sales and things like that. Can also do with sibling relationships. Yeah, we've got the 6 of Cups here with the Crook and Flail. So, Crook and Flail, again, like I said with here, visibility. This is you being visible. This is something that you're doing, like, it's something you're communicating, okay? So I don't know whether it's through speaking or through writing, or if you are just, like I said, you're just running a business and marketing yourself. I mean, there's all kinds of things here, but this is definitely about increasing your visibility among people. And with the 6 of Cups, this is interesting because the 6 of Cups is almost like a return to the past. Now, one of the things that's happening during this period of time for this reading is that Mercury is going retrograde. And I have a feeling this has to do with retrograde because 6th house is the house of Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. And this is about kind of looking back to the past. So I feel like there's something that's going to come up. This could be a communication with somebody. Maybe somebody from the past is going to return, an old friend or an old, a family member you haven't seen in a long time, something like that. But I feel like there's some past thing that's about to be resolved for you. And maybe what I'm kind of getting in my head is that might be something that breaks the impasse on a lot of these other things. But yeah, there seems to be something from the past, something, it could be a person, it could be a situation or a pattern, but something that you're doing that you need to, Crook and Flail has to do with what you're rising above. And there's a lot of energy here too, like with the winged disc especially, the Hanged Man, taking the broader view. There's a lot about you kind of getting out from the space you're in and kind of rising up and being able to not only see the big picture, but to have more visibility. So I feel like Mercury retrograde is going to be bringing you some repeat lessons of some kind. And I think it'll be different for everybody. Like I said, there could be a return of an old relationship that, but again, remember Mercury retrograde relationships don't generally last, okay? They come in, but they don't generally last. And like they last for the duration of the retrograde, which is through about mid-December. So, but nonetheless, it's like somebody or something from the past is coming in that you need to revisit and resolve, okay? Like there's a feeling of resolving something here. And I don't know, that may have something to do with this whole pattern we're seeing here. I feel like there's definitely a story playing out for somebody here where they're very, very much into their work and into their head. They may have some new ideas that they're working on, trying to expand their career, visibility, which you're doing a very good job on. But there's something from the past that's keeping you stuck here. So you need to, you're looking for comfort. You're looking for support. And again, I'm seeing queens here, but the gender could be either way. And it doesn't necessarily have to be one particular gender. But I feel like you need to get back into an emotional flow. and into change, because there's a lot here about breaking impasses and breaking past patterns. Let's see, what else did I miss here? Oh, let's see, 12th house. Yeah, Pisces energy. Okay, yeah, we have Scarab. So when this comes in the 12th house, this is in the transpersonal house. And when you have the Scarab here, this is like, yeah, this is you transforming on a deep soul level, okay? Do remember that both Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces right now. And as they're getting ready to move towards Aries, Saturn has just gone direct on November 15th. So this is a strong energy of you being realistic about your dreams and your goals and making new starts. For some people, this could actually be a move abroad. And I say that because we have the Six of Swords here. And that sometimes is a card of going across water. So again, I mean, this could be you or this could be somebody coming to you. Could go either way, really. But yeah, there's definitely this sense of a new beginning. And Six of Swords is also moving away from anxiety about something. So if you have, we're seeing this anxiety down here about somebody, this is this new beginning that says, no, I'm past the anxiety now. I've sailed past it. Okay. But again, the fact that this is in the house of living in foreign countries, this is why I'm wondering if there isn't going to be some kind of travel here. So wow, there's powerful change coming on. There's still some barriers to overcome. Yeah, you're still very nervous about things. You've got the Nine of Swords. So I feel like you are very worried about something that, it's more like speculation. Like, well, if I do X, then Y will happen, and then Z will happen, and it'll be a disaster. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're creating a narrative that, and when the Nine of Swords comes up, it's not a true narrative. It's just, I mean, it can still worry us. The worry can be real, but the actual result is not. And the fact that you have it with Hathor, again, this is so interesting. We've got these two feminine cards here, and we've got this. I don't know. Some of you are really worried about a particular female. You have some kind of worries. I feel like you're moving into a space of change, and for some reason, this has got you ramped up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, and if it's not about a female person, Hathor can also just have to do with getting something organized, you know, because Hathor, again, has that Queen of Pentacles energy. I need to get things organized. I need to, get into my space. I need to create something secure. You feels like you're going to have this. Like you have this or you're going to have it. But there's a lot of worry here. It's just so interesting. You have this anxiety that's you've got these cards, the Devil, you've got the Hanged Man, Four of Pentacles. These are all you kind of being stuck in place, Six of Cups, focus too much on the past. And then Nephthys, not moving. And yeah, it centers around either a home, it could center around a home or a family situation, maybe even around a mother, but where these are showing up, I think this has more to do with a relationship for somebody watching this. So, yeah, very, very interesting here. It just seems like there's some worries that are, but I don't know. I'm underneath all of this. I'm seeing happiness in the home. I'm seeing, a stable and happy kind of a marriage situation. I mentioned the number 3 was showing up. Number 4 shows up a lot, and so does the number 6. Okay, so yeah, even the Devil is 6, and 6 is actually the Lover's card. So the Lover's card doesn't appear here, but the Devil is 15, so 1 plus 5 is 6. Yeah, we have the 6 here. We have it here. So we've got another 6 here in the middle as well. And what would be the other 6 card in here? That would be Sirius. Okay, but Sirius isn't in here. No, but we do have Ankh, which is 2 plus 4 is 6. So yeah, a lot of 6 energy here. So something could be happening in 6 weeks. 6 weeks to 6 months. But yeah, I feel like there's some kind of a change coming. You're kind of trying to stay put right now. Your energy is invested in some way that you're trying to expand in terms of your reach, in terms of your visibility, something you're doing with your career. Like I said, maybe some of you are planning to travel or planning to go to school or something. There's some way in which you are expanding your energy. And right now, what's holding you back is there just seems to be a fear of something that isn't real. And this has come up for you a lot, Aries. So I'm not really sure what this is, but all I'm going to say is, what the heck? What the heck are you worried about? I feel like with the Ace of Swords, I feel like there's somebody you need to have a conversation with. And that conversation, I feel like it needs to happen and it hasn't happened. And I think the conversation would bring you a lot of clarity. It would get rid of some of this. So let's see. Let's see what our card is for you. Okay. So I'm pulling the Between Worlds card. The card is Surrender. Okay, it's a very pretty card. Let me tell you what it's about. Okay. The landscape of life is forever shifting. Lay back and let the water take you down the winding river. Are you afraid of what will happen if you let go of control? For now, don't fight, just float. This is faith in action. Ah, well, there you go. So there's something going on here that you're resisting. And this is saying, you know, stop fighting the change that's coming in. There's a change that's coming in, and you seem very determined in a lot of places. Like, you seem terrified of making a change. And this is saying, go with it. Just go with the change. It's going to be taking you. I mean, there's your Six of Swords here, right? This is what you're afraid of. But you're going to be flowing into a better place. So you really don't need to whatever it is you're fearful of here, Aries, it's going to be just fine. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this reading was helpful. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.